Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today we have another episode of Robert's Ranks. So I'm really excited to do this. I love Robert's Ranks videos. They're my favorite to film. So I'm really excited today because we finally did it. We've watched every single Leonardo DiCaprio movie ever made except for two because I couldn't find The Basketball Diaries or Total Eclipse in my country for some reason, so that's kind of dumb. But unfortunately we haven't watched those. In the future I may consider watching them if I can find them. And then I'll let you guys know in those videos where I put it on the list. But I really do think that Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the best actors alive. I'm so truly happy I got to do this series. So thank you to Tyler Lindner for requesting Leonardo DiCaprio movies and making it my Tuesday series. Yeah, my Tuesday series for, 7 months. But I'm really 22 weeks is exactly how long it took, 22 weeks. But I really did like doing that. I had so much fun watching them all. So I hope you guys were watching with me, or at least maybe you guys have already seen them all. But let's go ahead and jump right in. We're going to start talking about every single Leonardo DiCaprio movie ever in order of how I view them. Leonardo DiCaprio is quite literally one of the best actors alive, and I do want to mention that these movies, my rankings, are based on the movie, not his acting. Okay, I will mention his acting and how I thought he did, but overall, as a movie, that's how I'm doing these. So every single Leonardo DiCaprio movie ranked by the movie itself, not by the performance. If you do want a list based on performance, I can do that as well. Just let me know in the comments below. And also, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought and of my ranking, and let me know what you guys has ranked. What would you rank all of these? Or at least give me your top 5, okay? I want to know. I want to know them all. I do love talking about movies, so drop in the comments below, and I'll respond. I love talking about stuff like that, so let me know what you guys thought, alright? Coming in at number 22, because there's 22 movies on my list, Body of Lies. I did not like this movie. It was kind of a mess. And I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he was fine, but I don't think Russell Crowe was quite up to his caliber here. And their relationship was kind of finicky and weird and not interesting. And the overall arc of the plot was not good. It was not solid. It was not interesting at all. And was not very well explained. And that's why it has to be at the bottom of my list, unfortunately. So that's unfortunate. Coming in at number 21, we have J. Edgar. This movie I was really excited to watch because I love the idea of a biopic. I love biopics. This one was not a very good biopic. And I think a lot of it has to do with just the really bad makeup, for one. And for two, just the overall not interesting plot. And I think that there were some really strong actors here. And I think it was an interesting idea for a movie. I just don't think it was well done. And unfortunately, it has to be down towards the bottom of my list. Coming in at number 20, we have Gangs of New York. I like this movie. I really do. I think it's good. I think it's at least entertaining for like 2.5 hours. But I don't think it's the best movie on Leonardo DiCaprio's list here. I really don't think it is. And I think that the issue that I had was the power dynamics we had between the two main actors. Really, they were just kind of fighting for attention here. And I don't think it worked quite well. And I think it could have been a lot shorter, and it might have been a little bit better because just waiting for the final battle took forever. And the final battle was kind of anticlimactic, and you couldn't really see a whole lot. So unfortunately, it has to be kind of towards the bottom of that list as well. Coming in at number 19, we have The Beach. The Beach is just not a very great movie. I think the concept of it's really cool, and I think a lot of it was kind of well done. I just don't think it worked well as one cohesive movie. I think a TV show might have worked a little bit better, to be honest with you, which is interesting because I don't think any of his other stuff would have been good as a TV show. I think Leonardo DiCaprio was fine here. I really do. I think he was totally fine. But I think the other actors were kind of struggling to keep up with him. And I don't think it was his best movie by far. I think this is one that I might watch again just to like kind of solidify it in my brain as to like where I think it should go. It's definitely more of a questionable movie, and there's a lot of really interesting mysteries that I liked about it. But these same mysteries are kind of detrimental to the plot, so it's kind of hard to decipher what exactly is on purpose and what exactly is not on purpose. Coming in at number 18, we have Marvins Room. Marvins Room's a good movie. It is. It's just, now we're at the part where we're talking about good movies already, which means 18 movies are good, because Leonardo DiCaprio is fantastic, and he chooses really good projects. But Marvins Room, it's good. It's fun. It's got really good acting. It really does. And the story is at least good enough to keep you entertained and definitely intrigued in the characters. Unfortunately, Leonardo DiCaprio is kind of tossed to the side here, but I still think it's an interesting movie and a good character study for Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think it definitely helped propel his career a little bit farther along. Coming in at number 17, The Great Gatsby. Not a great movie. I think it's a fun concept, and Leonardo DiCaprio sold this movie. This was his movie. And overall, I think it was fine. Tobey Maguire was an interesting casting choice. And I don't necessarily think it was a very, very well done movie. The spectacle is kind of insane, which is good, but it's also like, I hate watching movies just because of the spectacle, right? Like when I'm watching Avatar, there should be a good story. There shouldn't just be a bunch of really good blue people running through the forest. Which is here in Great Gatsby, like, the story has to be there, and I think the story was there, but I don't think it quite captured the essence of the novel that Fitzgerald was writing about. I don't think it quite captured it. I don't. But the scenes of Leonardo DiCaprio made up for it and made it at least a watchable movie. Coming in at number 16, we have The Quick and the Dead. This is one I watched a while ago. This is like one of the first like movies that he did that when he was like actually a teenager. And it's a good movie. It's fine. It's interesting. And it's a Western. I don't like Westerns, but I think it's a good Western. I do. I think it was fun. It was interesting to watch. Definitely one you want to check out if you guys like Westerns and stuff like that, because it is a Western and it's fun. Leonardo DiCaprio, again, is kind of tossed to the side here, but I think his performance is still very good. And overall, it's a fun movie to watch, and you should definitely give it a check out. 15, Romeo and Juliet. People complain about this movie all the time. I think it's really good. I think it's fun to watch. I think it's fun. The acting is incredible. And of course, it's the original Shakespeare language, and I love that kind of stuff. And it's also kind of on the realm of like experimental film, which I kind of like. And I think it works really well. I really like it, and it's definitely one I'll watch again. Number 14, Catch Me If You Can. This is a Spielberg movie, and I think it's fun. It's a really fun movie. Tom Hanks is incredible. Leonardo DiCaprio is incredible, and it's a fun movie, and it definitely is. It's a good movie for a family. Albeit the third act's a little kind of weird and long for no reason, but regardless, still fun and also based on a true story. Number 13 is Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond is an interesting movie because we have really two very different characters for two very different reasons with things that have nothing to do with them. But it's a cool plot, and it's an interesting story, and it made you feel something at the end of the movie, which is very important. And I do think it was very well done. And I think it's a very fun movie. Definitely one you want to check out. Number 12, The Wolf of Wall Street. This is a lot lower than I think a lot of you think it would be. But I don't think it was particularly well done. I think people remember it as being a lot better than it actually was. Plus, there are a lot better Leonardo DiCaprio movies out there. In fact, there are 11 better ones. But it is still really funny, and one that I'll come back to and watch. It really is funny, and it's good. It's fun to watch. But I don't think it is one of the best Leonardo DiCaprio movies. Number 11, another one that is probably going to be controversial, The Departed. It's a good movie. It is. It's fun, and it's interesting to watch. However, I think there are a lot of better movies than it. And I think it's a fun mystery kind of movie where you don't really know who's on whose side. But it works. It works really well, and it's fun to watch. However, I don't think it's a perfect movie, and I think there are definitely other ones that are better, such as the top 10. Number 10 being Revolutionary Road. This is a beautiful movie with Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. It is really quite beautiful and heart-pulling. There are issues with it. I do think that the second act is a little long, and I wish we got to more of the dramatic issues a little quicker, but overall, really fun movie to watch. Definitely check it out if you guys like romantic dramedies, I guess I should say. It's not really a comedy, but it is dramatic and romantic, and it's fun, and it's a good movie. Number 9, This Boy's Life. This is Leonardo DiCaprio's first movie, and it's great. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio, but it's got Robert De Niro as well, and they work so well together. And just watching a little young Leonardo DiCaprio act is great because he's still so fantastic when he's younger. It's incredible, and he's fun, and it's a fun movie, and it's a heart-tugging movie. It's definitely one I'm going to go back to watch a bunch of times because I think it's just really, really fun and really interesting to watch. Number 8, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. A great movie, really. It's good. It's from Quentin Tarantino, and it really is good. Brad Pitt was excellent. However, I can't get over the fact that Sharon Tate was kind of pointless in the movie, and I do think it's a little long. And also the weird Charles Manson relationship. Just we really didn't need that. I don't understand why it was there. So kind of messy, but overall really entertaining, especially when Brad Pitt covers the screen. Number 7, we have The Aviator. This is one that I don't think a lot of people have actually watched, even though it's pretty darn good, and also relatively popular. It's a fun movie. It's a Scorsese film, and it really is quite fun. And Leonardo DiCaprio deserves an Oscar for this movie. He does. It's so good, and it's really fun and interesting to watch. And if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check this one out. This is one that I think a lot of people will kind of overlook, and it's really, really great, and it's a movie I'll definitely come back to. Number 6, Shutter Island. This movie is hauntingly fun. The mystery involves everything that you can possibly imagine. It's so cool and like interactive almost. And it's a great film. I think it's still on Netflix, so check it out if it's still there. If you haven't seen it, really, it truly is good. It's one of the best movies I've ever watched in a long time. It's really fun. Top 5. Coming in at number 5, we have Inception. This movie's really good. And honestly, for a while, it was in my top 3. But then I watched a couple other movies, and I decided it doesn't quite belong up there. It's great, don't get me wrong, and it's in the top 5, but I don't think it's quite perfect. Although I think that it's really darn close. And all the acting, and it was really great. And I do wish that it was a little bit more clean, particularly in the third act. Number 4, Django Unchained. This movie is perfect. There's nothing about it that's wrong. It is so much fun to watch. It's fantastic. It's on Netflix. Go give it a check out. And Quentin Tarantino comes back and stabs you in the heart with a great, great movie about racism, which a lot of movies are about racism, to be honest with you. But it really is great. Leonardo DiCaprio is hauntingly funny. It is awful and amazing. Number 3, What's Eating Gilbert, Grape. This is a classic in my opinion. I love it so much. We have Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio, and DiCaprio outshines Johnny Depp, and this is his second movie, and it's insane. And honestly, it's one of the most, it's the best family movie I've watched in a long time. It is so good. I watched it growing up, and you guys should definitely check it out. It really is worth a watch. I think it's on Netflix actually now, and it's really fun. Give it a watch. Top 2. Number 2 being The Revenant. This movie is intensely fun. It is so action-packed. Every time you think it can't get better, it does. And it really is fantastic. I love this movie. It almost was first, but then number 1 has to be Titanic. Titanic is the best movie almost ever made, in my opinion. It's in my top 3 movies of all time. I actually have it on Blu-ray right here, the special edition. I love it so much. It is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. If you haven't watched Titanic, what are you doing watching my video? Go watch Titanic. And then watch my movie review for Titanic, which came out on January 31st. No, December 31st, 2020. So definitely check that out. Honestly, it's my favorite movie I've ever seen. One of them. Joker's up there too. So is In Bruges. All those are reviews on my channel, so go check those out. But that's every Leonardo DiCaprio movie ranked in order of what I think. Please let me know what you guys think. I know there's going to be different ones. I understand my list can be kind of controversial. I understand. I really do. So please let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I really want to know. I'm really interested. And please consider subscribing if you guys want more. We're starting a new series next week. In place of Leonardo DiCaprio, we're going to start the Robin Williams series, starting with Popeye next Tuesday. So check that out. Definitely subscribe to follow along. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated. And I'll see you guys in the next video.